Hey y'all, it's Elise, aka The Pretty Nerd. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about What We Were Promised by Lucy Tan. Okay, so let's get right into it. I got the book What We Were Promised by Lucy Tan from the Dollar Tree. Yes, the Dollar Tree. I didn't even know that the Dollar Tree sold books until I got this book. But according to the little sticker right here, it originally came from Target. I don't know anything about the distribution or if they use the same distribution company or anything like that, but I got mine from the Dollar Tree. It's roughly 322 pages if you do not include the acknowledgement section of the book. This was a very entertaining book. I enjoyed reading it from start to finish. Kind of starts a little bit slow, but it was a good read. Let me set the scene for you. Shanghai, 1988. The main characters, Lena and Wee, are about to board a flight to the United States. Newly married couple, they are getting ready to go to the United States because Wee has just got accepted into a prestigious school. They're there for like 10 plus years. Lena finally falls in love with him. They have a child, and then they find themselves back in Shanghai because his company that he's working for after he finishes college moves to, they have a unit or a department in Shanghai, and naturally because he is from China, they put him in that position. They move into this nice apartment, live a life of luxury. In China, they are living what is considered the American dream, that they couldn't live here in the United States. Lena doesn't have to work. She can go shopping whenever she wants. Nice, fancy labels, the whole shebang. She living a life. So after 10 years there in the United States, 10 years here in China, they get a call from Wee's brother, Kiang. In the beginning of the book, Lena was apprehensive about leaving China because of leaving Kiang. And it kind of gave very much lost lover, ex-lover vibes. We'll get back into that in a minute. So when they hear from Kiang, Wee gets nervous. Is my relationship with my brother going to be like it was, which was very strained? Does he look the same? Am I the same? Is there still going to be resentment? All the things. Lena, on the other hand, is nervous because now she's about to be face to face with the man she loved. Will her husband, Wee, his brother, find out that she's in love or was in love or still has some feelings for his brother? A whole soap opera going on. He comes, him and Wee fall out because Wee thinks that Kiang is still the same person from their childhood. Aloof, doesn't really have any stability, doesn't care about being stable, any of that. So he kind of distances himself from his brother while his brother is there staying in his home and visiting. He puts all his time into work. Lena, on the other hand, is very much taking advantage of it. They going out to eat, they going to shopping, they going to the World Expo, all this time where she gets to be alone with him. And they're flirting and they're laughing and they're touching. Nothing really sexual, but just kind of hand on the hand on the arm, like those kind of interactions. And Lena gets up the courage to ask Kiang why he never told his parents about her so that she could have married him instead of marrying Wee. And baby, this is when it got juicy. So Kiang is like, you want to hear it? Here it go. Here's the truth. The reason I didn't tell my father or my parents that I wanted to marry you because I was in love with you is because while your father was sent to the farming camp by the government, he had met a woman, fell in love with a woman, had an affair with a woman who had a son. She had got sick with tuberculosis and ended up succumbing to her illness. But before she died, she asked your father, he's talking to Lena, to promise to take care of her son, which he agreed to because he was in love with her and he had been sleeping with her and all those things. So Wee's dad was also at the camp, and Wee's dad and Lena's dad at this time had become very close because they had been together at the camp for a few years. And Wee's dad, knowing the situation, knowing that Lena's dad has to go back to his wife and his child, says, well, let me take the little boy. I'll take him. I'll raise him as my own. I will, that way nobody ever has to know, because you can't go back to your wife telling your wife that you promised this woman that you were going to raise her son. We all know how that goes. The wife wasn't going to believe him. She was going to know that he had an affair. She was going to think that that was his birth child. So Lena's dad at first is like, no, I can't do that. It'll be and create hardship for you. And Wee's dad is like, no, it's fine. My wife is already lactating, feeding my son Wee. She can produce enough milk to take care of him, and we can raise him as our own. Lena's father is so grateful. He comes back and he's like, okay, I'll do it. And to show my gratitude and as a way to pay you back for what you're doing for me, my daughter will marry your firstborn son, your only son in actuality, Wee. And so Lena was like, when she heard the story after Kiang told her, we was like, Lena was like, so that's why you never told your parents, because you were the debt and I was the repayment. And he was like, correct. We could have never got married, because if you married me, there was no repayment of the debt. Your father would have still been in debt to my father. So at this point, Lena is upset because you could have told me this from the jump. You didn't have to wait until now to tell me. She's mad at her father because how could you do this to my mother? She had admired their relationship for so long, and that's what she had envisioned what a true marriage and true love was like. And she ends up letting that go and focuses her energy then on becoming a good wife to Wee and a good mother to their child, and makes Kiang promise that he's going to tell Wee the truth, because Wee doesn't know that Kiang is adopted or any of that. It was like twist, turn. The book was just good. I hope that is pretty much the summary of the book. I hope that you guys check it out. Read it. Let me know what you think. Leave what you think in the comments. Thank you so much for your time, for listening to me. Please like, comment, share, and most importantly, please subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks.